Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different episode. So I've been doing FNAF Security Breach, the Rune DLC quite a lot, and I've decided there's a trend with like ChatGPT and trying to predict ask ChatGPT, oh, what do you predict will happen in the next part? So ChatGPT doesn't really know what FNAF Security Breach is because let me show you. FNAF Ruin DLC Security Breach. I don't know why I did in cap blocks, but whatever. Yeah, so his last update was in September of 2021. But I wrote this whole story about the Ruin DLC, so he's caught up, and I've told him write a story about the aftermath of the story. So let's just see what happens next. What does he say? Cassie's heart raced as the elevator plunged down to the darkness. She tried to call out to Gregory, but the words caught her in her throat. Fear and confusion consumed her as she wondered. As she wondered how Gregory could have played such a cruel trick on her. However, amidst the chaos of her thoughts, she couldn't shake the image of Roxy's lifeless body lying in the raceway. The elevator finally came to a jolting halt, and Cassie found herself in a dimly lit underground chamber. She cautiously stepped out, the sounds of the Pizzaplex echoing around her. Roxy's voice seemed to grow louder, leading her through the maze-like corridors. Following the voice, Cassie eventually found Roxy standing by a flickering control panel. To Cassie's surprise, Roxy appeared unharmed, as if nothing had happened to her at all. "Roxy, how are you?" Cassie stuttered, still shaken up from what transpired earlier. "What do you mean, how are you?" I mean, technically Cassie saw Roxy earlier. I did include. I might just paste this in the description of the video if you guys want it. And see. What can I scroll down? Oh well. So let's see. How are you? Roxy turned to Cassie, her animatronic eyes glowing dimly. "I don't fully understand it either," Roxy admitted. "When you deactivated me, it was like I was trapped in a void for a moment, then I regained control." Cassie, wait. Where was I? Cassie let out a sigh of relief. "I'm glad you're okay, Roxy. What's going on here? Why did Gregory send me into this nightmare?" Roxy's face displayed a mix of concern and sadness. "I think the entity that tried to stop you earlier is responsible for all of this," she said. "It's been here for a long time, lurking in the shadows. Gregory must have unknowingly stumbled upon it while exploring the Pizzaplex, and it tricked him into luring you here." No, wait. Does the AI think? Does ChatGPT think that the entity, the rabbit entity, the MXCS security system entity, and the mimic are the same entity? Because I specifically requested that it wasn't the same entity. Does it think? Oh well. And I literally said that it was the mimic, not Gregory. What's he doing? Right? I did say that it was the mimic. Yeah, it was the mimic. Why is he saying it's Gregory? Oh well. But why would it do that? Cassie asked, still trying to process everything. Roxy's expression turned solemn. "I think the entity needs someone to take its place as a guardian," she explained. "When the security system was deactivated, I knew it could escape, but it needed someone to ensure its imprisonment. And now that someone is... You know what? Is this actually a good story?" Cassie's mind reeled with the weight of revelation. "But I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted to help Gregory," she protested. "I know," Roxy said softly, "and that's why I'll help you. I believe the entity can be stopped, but it won't be easy. We need to find a way to contain it once more." The two friends made their way through the labyrinth passageways and navigating the ruined Pizzaplex. Along the way, they encountered more corrupted animatronics, each one a haunting reminder of what had befallen the once thriving entertainment center. As they ventured deeper, the oppressive darkness seemed to take a life of its own, twisting and warping its reality. Cassie's augmented reality mask glowed eerily, illuminating the path ahead, but with every step, the entity's presence grew stronger. Finally, they reached a massive chamber where the entity waited, its form shrouded in darkness. "You shouldn't have come," the entity hissed. "It's what the entity speaks now," sending chills down Cassie's spine. "We won't let you hurt anyone." "No, the entity's good. He's a security system," Roxy declared, standing protectively in front of Cassie. "No, does it think that the entity and the mimic are the same people? Or same robots?" The battle that ensued was fierce and intense. Roxy's agility and cunning proved formidable against the entity's malevolence. Cassie, empowered by her augmented reality mask, found ways to disrupt the entity's attacks and creating openings for Roxy to strike. Should I have mentioned that Cassie was a child? Oh well. The struggle. I'm not sure how a child could overpower a massive big robot, but okay. The struggle seemed endless, but Cassie's determination and Roxy's bravery kept them fighting. Finally, they managed to corner the entity, and Roxy dealt the final blow that sent it reeling back into the shadows. It was that easy. You did it, Cassie, Roxy said, her voice filled with admiration. You saved us all. Well, is that easy to kill the entity? What? He didn't even show any of Gregory's betrayal. It's like Cassie was like shocked, like, oh no, Gregory, and I couldn't have done it without you, Roxy, she replied. When the entity contained once more, Cassie and Roxy made their way back to the surface. Oh, now we're going back to Gregory. Gregory was waiting for them, genuinely concerned for Cassie's well-being. He explained that he had no idea about the entity and he only wanted to help his friend explore the Pizzaplex. I'm sorry for what happened in the elevator, Gregory said, remorse evident in his voice. Cassie hesitated for a moment before forgiving him. I know you didn't mean to put me in danger, she said, and thanks to Roxy you managed to stop the entity. With the Pizzaplex finally free of the malevolent entity grasp, the trio decided to keep their adventure secret. They vowed to honor the memory of the old robots by remembering the joy that they once brought to keeping the Pizzaplex a secret safe from the outside world. And so, as the sun began to rise, Cassie, Gregory, and Roxy walked away from the Pizzaplex, forever changed by their harrowing experience. Together they formed an unbreakable bond, one that would carry them through the most extraordinary and challenging adventures yet to come. Okay, I guess that's what happens in the future. So is that easy to kill the entity and the mimic are different? The entity and the mimic are different. Oh well, I think are different. Okay, as Cassie explored the room. Okay, yeah. Deeper than that, she continued. The entity. Okay, no, let's just after this, I might just end the video here. As Cassie explored the ruined Pizzaplex, she encountered various old animatronics robots. Okay, they had once brought children joy to children, but were now corrupted by a mysterious virus. Among them were Montgomery Gator, Monty, Glamrock, Chica, and Roxanne Wolf, Roxy. Each of them had suffered damage and had parts stolen by Gregory. Deep within the Pizzaplex, Cassie stumbled upon a peculiar animatronic named Maskbot. The robot gave her a strange mask, which, unknown to Cassie, once belonged to a notorious serial killer who had ties to the Pizzaplex's dark past. The mask granted her ability to see an augmented reality and pass through obstacles that were blocking her path in the real world. As she continued her quest to save Gregory, she learned from him that deactivating certain security nodes was the key to setting him free. However, whenever Cassie wore the mask, a malevolent entity known as the Entity obviously appeared, attempting to stop her from deactivating the security nodes. The entity seemed to be linked to the Pizzaplex's sinister history and wanted to maintain its control of the animatronics. Undeterred, Cassie pressed on, using the mask to navigate through the maze of the Pizzaplex and avoid dangerous encounters with the corrupted animatronics and the entity. Each step filled her with a mix of determination and sadness, knowing that deactivating the security nodes meant disabling her friends Monty, Glamrock, Chica, and Roxy, who are now shells of their former selves. No, she doesn't know this yet, and also she doesn't deactivate Monty or Glamrock Chica. She only deactivates Roxy at the end. Oh well. As she approached the final security node, she discovered that Roxy herself was the last one to be deactivated. Cassie's heart sank as she recalled the friendship and Roxy's kind words from her lonely birthday party. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she knew what she had to do to save Gregory. With a heavy heart, Cassie deactivated Roxy, and the once vibrant animatronic fell silent. She couldn't help but feel the weight of her decision, knowing she had sacrificed her dear friend to save another. Grief and guilt weighed heavily upon her as she continued to Gregory's location. Finally, Cassie reached the sinkhole where Gregory is supposedly trapped. However, her reunion with Gregory was not what she had hoped for. He confessed that he had never been at the Pizzaplex, and that the voice she had heard was that of a mischievous animatronic named the Mimic. It mimics voices to deceive and trap unsuspecting visitors. Betrayed and heartbroken, Cassie stood frozen in shock. But before she could process what happened, the Mimic appeared, lunging at her menacingly. Cassie's augmented reality mask flickered and sparked, showing glitches that mirrored the chaos around her. Oh hey, I didn't even mention any of the glitches, and then it includes glitches. In the chaos, a familiar voice called out to Cassie. It was Roxy. Miraculously, Roxy had somehow been reactivated, and she had followed Cassie to help her. With renewed strength, Roxy intervened, protecting Cassie from the Mimic's attacks. "Run, Cassie, I've got this," Roxy urged, taking on the Mimic with courage and determination. Cassie, realizing the danger they were all in, obeyed Roxy's plea and ran towards the elevator that would take her back to the surface. Her heart pounded as she listened to the echoes of the fierce battle behind her. Reaching the surface, Cassie looked back at the closed door of the elevator, feeling a mixture of relief and sorrow. Roxy had selflessly sacrificed herself once again to protect her. She couldn't. Wait, hang on. Where's the part where Gregory drops the elevator? I mentioned that. She couldn't forget the cost of her actions, but she knew she had to honor Roxy's memory and the friendship they had shared. As Cassie walked away from the Pizzaplex, hang on! You're supposed to die, Cassie. What is happening? You're supposed to be trapped out. You're supposed to fall down the Pizzaplex. Gregory's supposed to betray you. What's this? You're not supposed to escape. As Cassie walked away from the Pizzaplex, she carried with her the weight of her choices and the memories of her brave and loyal friend. The Pizzaplex's secrets remained buried, and Cassie would always remember the adventures she had shared with. What? Cassie, you're not supposed to escape. You're supposed to fall down. You're supposed to be trapped. What is this? What is this? I didn't change anything. I just said the entity was. I just said the Mimic and the entity were different people. What different? What? Oh, Cassie's not supposed to escape. What is this? Oh well. Well, guys, I guess that'll be it for this episode. This is if ChatGPT would predict what happens in the Ruined DLC. I guess the Mimic just dies easily. Wow. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is a bit of a different video, but thank you guys so much, and we'll see you all later. Bye. Thanks for watching.